name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's wonderful to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today's offering is a stitch with me, and this one will have a chat element, so I will go through your wonderful comments. And as you may or may not be aware, the piece that I'm working on today is my Paine Free Crafts kit that I was very kindly gifted. The chart is Nadia Strelkina's Sailing Fairy Panoramic, and I'm stitching this on some 25 count easy count 1/1 full cross. Just before we get started, if you are curious, going through the video as to how I start and end my threads, if you hover over the top right hand corner, the letter I will appear, and if you click on that, it will take you to the video that I demonstrate how I start and end my threads, my supremely lazy how I start and end my threads method, because I don't like flipping my hoop. So yeah, let's get a cracking and see what's in the comments bag today. I do have a nice crop of comments, so thank you all so very much. Your comments are gratefully received. I love to read them, and I love to go through them in chatty stitch with me videos like this one. So this flush tube is going out on a Wednesday, but I'm filming it on Monday morning, as is my custom. So it's quite early. It's 7:30. I'm not alone in the house. Hannah is upstairs. The cat's around. And the tumble dryer is on, and the bearings are going in it. So if you hear something that sounds like rocks that have been tumble dried, it's just my dryer having a noisy session or a noisy moment. But there we go. So we were last time that I went through comments on a video, they were mainly from my whip parade, and I left the comments just before the Flush Tube 1 of 2024 comments began. So that's where I'm going to start today. So Flush Tube 1 of 2024, I filmed it on New Year's Day, just before my stepdad came and we had lunch, his Christmas 2.0. And indeed the first comment reflects that, because it's from Sharon, who says, I hope you enjoyed Christmas 2.0, a great stitching week. So the short answer is yes, Christmas 2.0 was thoroughly enjoyed. We had a nice lunch. I did. I didn't do another roast turkey because, you know, you have enough of that at Christmas. And he'd had turkey in hospital anyway. I did a roast pork dinner, a full dinner, plenty of vegetables, and potatoes and Yorkshire puddings and all the rest of it. And what do we have for pudding? Christmas pudding we had for pudding. He had a glass of wine. He had a cheese board as well. He thoroughly enjoyed his Christmas 2.0, and you know, I was pleased that he had nothing worse than being in hospital over Christmas. So let's make things a little bit special once he's out. But yeah, Christmas 2.0 was a good day. So the next comment is from GB-KL5LP, who says Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. I have seen your comment before. I can't remember what your other name is, so I do apologise. I'm having to use your username. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit difficult with these usernames because YouTube just sort of tend to use random letters and numbers and things, and it's a bit horrible. But Happy New Year to you too. So just bear with me. I'm just going to end this thread and then we'll move the comments up and see what's next. We're not far away from the end of this. The end is within my screen here. I think it's about this line here. We're almost at the end of the first row. We're nearly 7,500 stitches in. There we go. Right. Okay. Sandy, my lovely friend, my retreat buddy. I'll just mark these stitches off before I get lost. These Paine Free Crafts patterns are fabulous, but I do find if I don't mark the stitching off, yeah, I'm going to get lost. Sandy writes, Happy New Year to you, Andy and girls. Wow, 8,500 stitches, your needle's on fire. Yeah, I did really well that week. Did do an awful lot. Love watching your progress and I'm grateful for videos and lives. Hope your stepdad has a lovely day. I'm sure you'll all spoil him. Thanks for sharing. Take care and happy stitching. Yeah, he does get spoiled, bless him. And yeah, 8,500 stitches. I think sometimes, you know, when you're a little bit stressed, you tend to do better. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's adrenaline. I don't know. But hey, it helps with progress, doesn't it? And I want to get ahead of my yearly progress because when these model stitches start coming in, that is going to put a damper on progress on my projects. Not by a lot, but enough. Okay. So Christelle also comments on my floss tube. Unfortunately, the Middle Earth map isn't available anymore. She's checked a gazillion times. As you remember, my Middle Earth map is a Tilton Crafts piece, and it has sort of occasionally popped up periodically, but it seems to have disappeared now in its entirety by the sound of things. I haven't checked a gazillion times over the past few months, otherwise I would jump on it like a hungry goat. I've been listening to Lord of the Rings lately and would love to stitch this. That part of She Sleeps does look monochrome indeed. And a happy new year. Yeah, I was showing it to Lauren and she was, because obviously when you can see it in person, it's very different to seeing it on camera. And even she was like, wow. It almost looks sparkly. Those were her words. But yeah. So Norma, the lovely Norma, says, Happy New Year, Nicola, to you and your family. I'm so looking forward to seeing Envy and She Sleeps progress. They are both so beautiful. Happy stitching. Yeah. Envy and She Sleeps will progress hopefully significantly this year. You'll have seen by now on my floss tube when this goes out that Envy, we now have some of her face. We've certainly got one eye, and it's looking rather wonderful. Very expressionate, expressionful, expressive, that's the word. Just casually inventing new terms, but there you go. Okay. 721 Irish says Happy New Year. Thank you very much. And same to you and your family. $2024 is, all being well, going to be a good one. So Betsy, hi Betsy, says, Happy New Year, Nicola and family. Fantastic progress last week. Your needle must have been on fire. Not quite, not quite. Thanks you for keeping me motivated. Thank you for being motivated by me, Betsy. It's lovely to know that, you know, my videos have a positive effect. Okay. Linda Love to Stitch wishes a happy new year, and same to you, my dear. Thank you very much. And then the lovely Clara, happy 2024, Nicola, Andy and the girls. I've loved seeing Realm of Middle-earth. It brought a big smile to my face to see all the words and the mountains on it. Yep. It's really lovely when I'm stitching that one. And then all of a sudden, you know, you get sort of a blob of brown stitches, browns and burgundies, and then all of a sudden, bam, there's a word. Or there's some wiggly lines, or there's some mountains. It really is one of those pieces that the features sneak up on you. I also couldn't help but LOL when you mentioned the stitches, the total number of stitches on Daughter of the Deep. I just said, what did I put poor Nicola and myself through? I'll be starting mine soon. I need to bobbinate all that floss. Oh boy. If I didn't feel up to tackling it, Clara, I would never have started it. And, you know, I love the design of it. So, yeah. Oh, come on. So, yeah, that one is no problem at all. I will be across that. The subject of it is just so beautiful. I mean, how could you not love it? I don't bobbinate. I never have. I've always just, you know, used the floss cards method for my threads. It works better for me. Floss cards, more recently, I used to use sort of little bags, but plastic bags can disintegrate. So, yeah, floss cards for me. And of course, you know, when I've got them all on my master set, and I just top them up every so often. I'm trying to do it annually. But, you know, sometimes sort of mid-year, I get, I do have a top-up of some of the more popular colours. 939, 820, 310, of course, which I always have plenty of. 3857 seems to be a popular one for me at the moment. The 800, so 814, 15, 17, 818, 819, because I'm using those on Mary Princess. So they seem to have been, or had to have been topped up a bit more frequently this year. But hey, being lost amongst floss is one of my favourite things. You know, me, a bit of music, out come the thread cones, pair of scissors and the floss cards. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Sounds like a machine gun in the conservatory from that dryer. Dear. So Esther says, Happy New Year to you, Nicola, and your family. Thank you for your YouTube videos and chats. My absolute pleasure, Esther. I really do. I know I say this a lot, but I do thoroughly enjoy making these videos. Putting a camera on over my work, chatting away, getting some stitchy progress in. My absolute happy place. If I could get paid to be a full-time stitcher, I'd be doing it. Of course, in years gone by, embroiderers used to be, you know, seamstresses, you know, and that used to be a sort of a cottage industry, but things have just become very commercialised now, haven't they? And there's not the demand like there used to be. But yeah, given the opportunity, I'd be stitching all day, every day. So Joe says, Hi Nicola, great progress. So glad to hear your stepfather was able to come home, enjoy your Christmas 2.0, off to watch your whip parade and plans. This promises to be a good year for stitching. I hope so, Joe. I really do. I have a plan with no drawback. Every day I'm working on something that I love. So, you know, and anything extra that I do, well, bonus. I'm hoping to get, you know, when Maui Princess is bumped up to be next in line for finish, i.e. a focus piece after Autumn Waltz is done, I plan on taking Pandemic into the office with me. Get some miles on Pandemic. I think out of the whole of the year last year, I stitched on Pandemic once. Which really isn't good enough, is it? I mean, I've had that piece ongoing now for, you know, 3 years, and I was desperate to stitch it when I got it. I got it in the June or July or whenever it was that Julia released it as a freebie. And I think I started it in the October because I wanted to get something finished before I picked Pandemic up, which was my brother's motorcycle, which I did. But yeah, so yes, I do have that plan to, as an additional, to get Pandemic looked at a little bit more. And then she adds, I enjoy your channel very much. Happy New Year to you and your family. Blessings. Thank you, Joe. I'm just glad that you come on and you enjoy the videos and you enjoy the content. Okay. Come on. Sharon Marie, the other Sharon, comments on my floss tube 1. I hope Christmas 2.0 went well for your stepdad and he keeps well throughout the year. Thank you. Looking forward to another year of updates and lives. You had a super stitchy week. I'm enjoying my stitching time being off work. I'm actually getting quite paranoid that the people over the road who can see in must think I do nothing else but sit beside a very bright light because I have my back to the window. Maybe I should turn my chair so they can see me stitching. Maybe so. They might want to take it up themselves and learn a new skill for 2024. I'm the same. I actually sit with the back to my window as well, although I am set back from the road and up quite high. Our drive is sort of, quite steep coming up to the house. So if you walk past my house, you can't see in. You can see the light, but you can't see me. So, but my dream is to have a house with a big window that I can sit beside and have a view, preferably over the sea, over the beach and the sea. That would be my ideal because I love the sea. Somewhere pretty, somewhere where I can watch the world go by, listen to children, hear the sounds of families having fun, that kind of thing, That would be a little idyll for me. It's my retirement plan, so go move somewhere coastal or somewhere where there's water nearby and a view. Big window with lots of natural light. Patty Miller also comments on my flash tube to say Happy New Year. And back to my whip parade. Jane Kelly says, you're one of my floss tube favourites. Thank you, Jane. And very observantly, she says, did I miss something? Or did you finish your Pandemic by a Long Dog Samplers? I was thinking about that when I didn't see it come out in 2023. I haven't finished it. As I just said earlier, I'm planning on working on it to a finish this year if I can. So, super observant that it wasn't there. But yeah, don't worry, I have plans for Pandemic. I worked on it, I think, just the once, if I remember correctly. And it wouldn't have been very much, a couple of 100 stitches at the most. So Susan Taylor comments on my last Stitch With Me with music. You may recall on the last video she requested a change to playlist, and I gave Andy a bit of a nudge. Oi, change the music. So he did, and Susan thanks Andy for that. And he says you're very welcome. And that is the right hand side of this piece. So that row is the end. Okay. And the last music stitch with me was with this piece, the Sailing Fairy. Mrs. Miggins. 8, 2, 3. Comments. Hooray, 4 stones, that's fabulous. Yeah, I'm up to 4 stone 2.5 as of today. I've been thinking it's Saturday until now at 3:16 AM. That's the trouble when you don't have to go anywhere or see anyone. Looking forward to 7:30ish Sunday. It's good to see subs going up. Enjoy the stitches, stay safe. Yeah, I think the thing is with changing the day and the time of the live, I think it did sort of get a little bit mixed up, didn't it? But hey, we got there in the end. And the lives have been great over Christmas. We've thoroughly enjoyed them. So good to see so many people coming in. I mean, I've been over 40 on the lives. It's been wonderful. Lots of people want to come and spend some stitchy time with me. It's great. And more people are joining in on the chat too, which is also super. So on my last stitch with me on my princess, I mentioned that I'd seen a new Lorna Lane come out over at Gecko Rouge. I still have a birthday kit to choose. It was my birthday last Friday the 12th. And Andy is buying me a kit. And Clara says, I saw the new Lorna Lane that Gecko Rouge put out. I went ahead and ordered a Valentine's secret kit by the new artist, hoping it's something I like, keeping my fingers, toes, eyes and legs crossed. Those ninja stitches are fun, aren't they? She goes on. That's what our full coverages are all about. Yeah. Adding that depth of detail, as annoying as they are, they do contribute to the overall finished look. As always, I'm stitching right along with you. I'm doing the Hage stitch along and stitching on the cute Bernadette. Keep stitching happily and see you next time. Needle come unthreaded. Yeah. Most annoying when that happens. Okay. Sue comments on my stitch with me. Thanks for stitch with me. I don't mind if you want to crochet during your live stream. I'm stitching while you talk, and then I'll stop comment when stroke if I have something to say. Because I did ask, you know, would anybody like to see any crochet on the live stream? Your weight loss journey is incredible. Thank you, Sue. Working hard. You must be getting close to your goal now. Nope, not there yet. Still got a good chunk to go. I try to make the live as usual. No guarantees I'll make it. Depends on what I'm doing when the live is on. Yeah, absolutely. I hope I can make it, as it's always been fun. If you make it, you make it. If not, it's always there on catch up. I know it's watching on catch up is not the same as participating in a live, and I understand that. But you know, it's always there. Catch up's around. Let's have a quick drink. Oh, I definitely need my morning coffee. It's been a bit of a weekend this weekend because the neighbours have two small children, a 3-year-old and a year-old. And it seems like they don't seem to do much to quieten the children down. They've spent most of the weekend screaming and crying. And they were awake again in the middle of the night, and it was rather loud. I get the thing about small children. I have 3 daughters myself, so I understand. But, you know, just allowing your child to sit and cry and scream and create all day long is... There just didn't seem to be any effort to prevent or to establish why, if that makes sense. And our walls are paper thin, so before anybody asks me you can't hear what's going on, yeah, I can. The walls are paper thin, and only on Saturday, Andy, who was sat probably the nearest to them, could hear her quite clearly next door saying to the child, "Who do you think you're talking to?" So yeah, the walls are paper thin, and we can hear literally everything. And in the night, when the child is crying, it takes them a while to get up to see to the child. It can take them 20 minutes more. And it's, you know, I understand if parents are struggling, but, you know, it's just not nice. So I think words may need to be had in the nicest possible way, of course. So Sharon Marie comments on my last chatty, saying, enjoyed the video, love hearing plans and general chit chat. I don't mind what you do on your live, as long as it's kept decent. I'd be interested in seeing you crochet though. Good luck for Slimming World this week. You're doing great. Me, however, I ate a blueberry muffin and spotted dick and custard. I have no willpower whatsoever. Enjoy the weekend. Happy stitching. Well, this last weekend, Sharon, I had cake. Although, because it was my birthday, I decreed that there are no sins in said cake. And I was allowed it. Because, you know, birthday, once a year. Rosemary Webber says, congratulations on achieving your weight loss goals. Keep up the good work. Still going. I'm not as healthy as I would like to be yet, but it's coming. On live stream Christmas Eve, Clara comments, that was a great live, great, you're now fitting into smaller clothes, and congratulations on losing another 3 pounds. Awesome feeling when your weight loss method works. It certainly is. And I will fight tooth and nail to get to that goal. And you know, I think they've all realised this in group as well, because I've 23 weeks and I haven't had a week where I haven't lost weight. So 23 weeks, I've lost this sort of 4 odd stone. Is it 22 weeks? 22 weeks. I want to hit the 5 stone off mark by 26 weeks or 6 months. So I've got 4 weeks to get to 5 stone off. That's my next target. 4 stone 2.5, which means then I have got 11.5 pounds to lose. And I'm getting to the point where the weight loss might start to slow down. So it'll probably be a touch harder, but I will make it because I've got that determination in me. Lindsay says, I don't mind if you crochet during your live. Tunisian crochet is lots of fun. Woo Woo says hello all on my New Year's live. And then another user with a long username says, hi, how do you store your threads? I have my threads on plastic. I have a master set of threads on plastic floss cards kept in a plastic tub. I plan on doing a video about it, so do watch out for that one. It's something that works for me. It might not work for everyone. So, you know, it's just like everything else, isn't it? What might work for one, oh, crack, it might not work for another. So you have to take really the best method for you. I don't bobbinate. I don't use floss drops. I just literally have them now on plastic floss cards. I used to use little bags, but I don't anymore. Avarice was kitted up with little bags. Envy was kitted up with little bags. I don't quite know why I did it with Envy. Well, for the most part, I think it's probably because I still had the greens in the little bags. Because all of my threads at one point were kept in little bags. Now Hannah uses the little bags for her diamond painting stones. Sharon comments on live stream 1 saying, sorry I missed you live. Struck down by a stomach bug yesterday tea time. I'm really sorry to hear that, Sharon. I hope you're feeling better. Lauren had a little stomach bug this weekend as well. So, you know, poor lass. She really wasn't well with it. And I said to her, she came downstairs on Sunday morning and I said to her, you look awful. In the nicest possible way, you look awful. I think you should go back to bed. And she's like, nah. So we have lunch on Sunday. We had lunch about 1:30. And then Lauren went back to bed. And after she'd been back to bed and had a little sleep, she felt much better. So I hope yours passed as quickly as Lauren's did. She's back to 100% herself and she's gone to school. Lauren doesn't like missing school. She's got 100% attendance right from beginning school back in 2013, I think. 2012 maybe. 100% attendance right from nursery. But she started a mainstream school, you know, rather than the sort of private nursery that she was in. She started a mainstream school, I think, in September 2013. And she's never had a day off, and that's 10 years. She's never had a sick day. And she's immensely proud of that. It's a massive achievement. I mean, when I was a kid, you know, you'd do whatever you could to take a sick day off school. And that was mainly because school was just, you know, when we were kids, school was a lot harder than it is now. The days were longer. We started our school at 10 to 9 and finished at 4:45. We didn't do after school stuff as such, but there usually was like a lunchtime club that you could participate in, and you know, we did a lot in school, and we used to get homework every day. I rarely see Lauren with homework. It's almost like homework's a thing of the past now in schools. But yeah, she does you know, she does sort of have it, you know, easy compared to us, but she's very proud of her attendance achievements, as well she should be. Every year we have an award ceremony for it. She gets yet another certificate. It's wonderful. And, you know, she's super proud to be that girl. Denise Gray, hi Denise, says, I love your videos. This is on my latest live stream, and live stream 1, should I say, because that's not my latest. I went back to the beginning and binge watched your other videos. Don't let the complainers get you down. If they can't say something nice, then they shouldn't say anything. Yeah, well, that's what I'm starting to do. I'm just moving on from them now. And, you know, I have a no tolerance policy, you know, and they just get deleted and blocked. I work hard in my daily life and I work hard in my city life. And if that's not appreciated by some, then you're in the wrong place. This year, my resolution has essentially been that if I'm not worthy of your positive thoughts, then you're certainly not worthy of mine. Sounds like a hard line, but it stops me from being upset and disappointed when people don't, you know, contact me or can't be nice to me, which has happened in recent times. But there we go, another story. So Mrs. Miggins says, does it snow on your birthday then, Nicola? This was on my frost tube number 2. And I'm like, yeah, it usually does. But this year it didn't. Although we are expecting some snow this week, apparently. But yes, normally it does. I've also known gales and rainstorms on my birthday too. Back in the 80s, there was quite a nasty one around my birthday. I was in junior school, so I'd have been about maybe 8 or 9, and I couldn't actually get to school, which was awful because it was my birthday and I wanted to spend my birthday with my friends. And where we lived, it was quite isolated. So it wasn't like I could nip round to my mates next door because there was no such thing. There were 4 houses where I grew up and nothing else. So, yeah, it normally does have bad weather on my birthday, but it looks like we dodged it this year because I was able to go out and have my tea and everything. Outstanding amount of stitches completed. Yep, I had a very good week. Will it take long to stitch the piece you're stitching on for the commission? I don't think so, because I don't believe that these pieces that I'll be model stitching are full coverage, which will be very handy. So they will fit in quite nicely, I think, and I'm hoping that it will be ongoing. But of course, the difficulty is I can't share because they are still under wraps. But yeah, I'm just sort of waiting for the go ahead and I've got something to send you. Where do I send it? Yeah, that'd be lovely. Quite looking forward to it, actually. I don't mind doing non-full coverage. I mean, full coverage is my jam. I don't mind doing non-full coverage. And I don't mind what I stitch on, whether it be Ada or even weave or what count. I'm not bothered. It really doesn't bother me. I'm an unfussy stitcher. So yeah, looking forward to those. And of course she says as well, have a great week. Betsy says, wow, your needle is on fire, so many stitches. Thanks you for the videos, I'm a fan. We know you are, Betsy, and it's very kind of you. And it's, you know, I'm a fan of everybody who comes back and watches me time after time. Because, you know, let's be fair, if you're happy to spend 1, 2, 3, 4+ hours a week watching me instead of doing, I mean, what else can you do in 4 hours? Loads of stuff, you know. If you're happy to spend that time watching me, you know, I'm a fan of yours. Not everybody's cup of tea, I know that. But, you know, if you're happy to spend the time, big up. Okay. Michelle in FlossTube 2 says, I saw you in your hoodie and thought, oh, I need to put on the kettle in, it's cold. Yeah. My hoodie is my favourite piece of clothing, bar none. It covers a multitude of sins and keeps me warm. I can wear it both over my gym jams and over my day clothes, and it does keep me very, very warm. It's got a big pocket in the front, so I can put stuff in there. It's like an upgrade on the dressing gown, isn't it? At one point, you know, when you got cold, it was just like, oh, put your dressing gown on. But no, the hoodie seems to have replaced that. Although this one is getting a little bit tatty because I wear it so much. We all have them here. Lauren has it's like a metallic grey effect, like a crushed velvet. Hannah has one that's pink with stars on it, although she might be giving that to me because she doesn't really wear it. She still prefers a dressing gown. Andy has a black one, and I have this grey one. But yeah, definitely a comfort thing. Okay. Sharon Fennels is great stitching as always. When I was working from home, I wore a pair of fingerless gloves to keep my hands warm. The tops of my hands would be like ice as they were always on the keyboard. Yeah. I've got some turtle doves, some cashmere mittens, but if I can find them, the fingerless ones, like a, you know, they come sort of there on your hand. If I can't find them, I did have some fingerless gloves, but the thumb wasn't fingerless; it was a full thumb. And I found that we're trying to type with the full thumb was very difficult. I know it sounds ridiculous, but yeah, my mouse hand, my right hand, is always the one that gets cold. My left hand tends to stay warm. I don't know why that is. It's just weird. And she also says that they had a flurry of snow on Monday. Well, none here yet. Esther says on FlossTube 2, thank you for a great video. You're very welcome. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, sounds like it's school time. I can hear some children outside. or more specifically, I can hear the parents of the children outside. Linda Love to Stitch says, love your progress. Then Sue says, again, still on my floss tube last week. Great progress. Hope your weather isn't too bad. We're getting 25 to 40 centimetres tonight, presumably of snow. Not looking forward to the morning. Take care and stay warm. And then Sherry, thanks for the video. Your progress is looking good. I have a question. Do Gecko Rouge ever have any sales? Never known one. I think occasionally they might put out a special offer or limited edition or something like that. But as far as sales go, I don't think I've ever seen one. And if they did, it would be a very rare event. So, yeah, no. Doesn't ring a bell. I'm afraid with Gecko kits, it is a full price. I mean, the other option is, of course, join, you know, I don't know if it's open at the moment, but there's the Gold Club option, which is like sort of savings, and then you get a discount voucher kind of thing. So I think they work on more loyalty discounts than sales or anything like that. Clara says, I hope you get snow. We have a chance of snow this coming Monday. I hope so for both of our times. Love seeing your beautiful progress. Stay warm and stitching. And Sarah Kreiser, lovely to see your whips. We've gotten 10, 11 and 12 inches of snow already this week. Maybe you won't get so much. No, we never get that amount. If we do, the smattering that we get grinds the country to a halt. It's like literally like somebody dusting icing sugar over a cake. Very, very little here. We certainly, you know, it's been a lot of winters since I've seen any kind of significant snowfall that, you know, you would consider to be, you know, deep snow. We don't, and where we are, we don't, I'm in quite an urban area. There's no sort of snows drifting or anything like that. It's, you know, it comes down, it turns to slush, it goes away. Occasionally it might freeze, but, you know, if I could sum up British snow in one word, it would be disappointing, because there never seems to be much. Yeah, probably enough in the parks and stuff, you know, for kids to go and make a snowman kind of thing. But generally speaking, not a lot of snow. So 4 days ago on live stream 1, Missy had commented that she had caught up on my live. Just want to say thank you for the live streams and other videos. And Missy, as I'm going to cut a long story short with this one. Missy is bereaved, and has lost someone close to her. And I send all my love and blessings to you, Missy, and I do hope that you're okay. And you can always reach out to me and talk anytime. My email address is usually in at least one of the description boxes somewhere. So, you know, if you do wish to talk, my inbox is always open. So my next few comments are on the last couple of Stitch With Me's that I've put out, so I will leave it there with Mrs. Comment, and save a few for the next chatty Stitch With Me. But yeah, we found the right hand side of this piece. I'm going to have a look and see how many stitches that we've done in a moment, because I'd done 150 before I started this morning, before I started the recording, should I say. And as it stands at the moment, I've done almost 200, 193, which is good progress. I'm happy with that. Let's see if we can't get up to 200 before I end this recording. We've got 7 stitches to go. Starting with a ninja. I have work today, office as usual this week, Tuesday and Thursday. Weigh in on Thursday. So we'll see how far along I've got into that next stone. 4 weeks to lose 11 and something pounds. Let's see if I can make it, eh? Oh, my tummy's growling. Go and get some fruit in a moment. Fruit and yoghurt for my breakfast today. And a day at work. But of course, working from home makes it all the more pleasant. Close by to all of my amenities. The coffee, the loo. Yeah, I can listen to my music while I work if I'm not on the phones. It makes such a difference. And there we go. That makes 200 stitches done. And just in time. I don't know, why are you not showing light? That's better. So we found the right hand edge, so this bit will be filled in today, and I'll probably start then working back along that way. As you can see, I've already put some stitches underneath this morning. But yeah, I really do enjoy stitching this piece. It's not massive, 156,000 stitches. So considering I'm at almost 5%, it's going to be a bit tight between this one and She Sleeps as to which one will have the least amount of stitches left, I think. I need to really update my spreadsheet as well. But there we go. So yeah, so that's all from me, and I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen today. Do keep your comments coming. Like the video as well. It'll encourage YouTube to show it to more people who might like my content. So a few standard reminders. 3 videos appearing on your screen in a moment. If you've not watched them, please do go take a moment to have a look. My schedule is a Stitch With Me on Wednesdays, Fridays, and a live on a Sunday, and a floss tube on a Tuesday. My live on Sunday is at 7:30 PM UK time, and it would be fantastic if you'd be able to join me for that. If you do join in on my live streams and you want to participate in the chat, then you will need to be a subscriber to do so, and pressing that button to subscribe is free, and you can also select to be notified every time I upload a video. So with that said, it's time for me to go and say thank you all so very much indeed for watching. Do take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.